Okay, so here let's look at example 2, and we are graphing again the linear equation in standard form. So the equation that we have here is a 4x minus 3y equals 12. And so once again, using the plotting the intercepts technique. So I'm gonna graph by finding the intercept. So now I'm gonna first construct for myself a table with the left hand columns. I label that the x column, and there's a y column. And now I'm gonna once again start by I'm gonna let x equals 0, and here I'm trying to find what I'm doing here. I'm finding the y-intercept. Okay, and so by letting x equals 0, and keep in mind once again we chose x to be equal to 0 and substitute this value of x into the equation. And so now my equation would become 4 times 0 substituted for x minus 3y equals 12. And so that would give me minus 3y equals 12. Now notice 4 times 0 equals 0. And so the new equation here, by solving for y, I'm going to need to divide both sides by 3, and my y value corresponding to 0 in this equation would be y equals negative 4. And so as you can see, if you set x equals 0 in this equation, then y coming out of the equation would equals to negative 4. So here's my y-intercept. And so on the other hand, I need to find the x-intercept. So I'm gonna let y equals 0. And once again, what we're doing here is we're attempting to find the x-intercept. And so now setting y equals 0 in this equation is gonna make it become 4x minus 3 times 0 substituted for y equals 12. And so the equation would become 4x equals 12. And so in the next step, to solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by 4, and that's going to give me in the next step x value equals 3. So x equals 3 is the corresponding value for y equals 0, and x equals 3 in this equation. So now these are the coordinate pairs. These are the coordinate pairs for my two intercepts, the y-intercept and the x-intercept. And I'm going to go ahead and plot these two intercepts on the graph. And then there I'm going to go ahead and connect my points and get my line. So once again, getting back to the graph page, what we have here is the x-axis, and here's the y-axis. So now my first intercept, or I call that the y-intercept, is the point 0 minus 4. If you look back into the notes earlier, so 0 for x and negative 4. So 0 for x meaning the point has to be right on the y-axis, and negative 4. So I'm gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4. We count down for this time. So here's your point with coordinates 0, negative 4. The next point we're looking at is going to be the point. The next point we're looking at is the point 3, 0. So the y value is 0 this time, so it has to be a point sitting right on the x-axis, and it makes sense with the concept of the intercept. And so 3, 0 would be this point right here. 3, 0. And so now you found the two intercepts. Here's the x-intercept. That's the y-intercept. So now all you have to do is just to connect the 2 points. You just simply connect the two points, and that is your line. This is the graph for the equation 4x minus 3y equals